Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your June 2017 love reading. It's Rena here. So before I begin, I just wanted to let people who are singles know that I'm going to be doing separate love readings for single people, and I will be posting them after I finish posting these ones, so just stay tuned to my channel. And the other thing is that this is a modified Celtic crossbred, so it's going to be a little bit different than I typically do, but I will talk about some of the positions, so it won't be that big of a deal. Now, why do I always put that one card so high? It doesn't have to be. I can do that. Okay. So the overall theme, message of this reading is represented by the Four of Cups. This card can indicate that possibly you, maybe not, maybe it's the other party, is feeling dissatisfaction with how things are going. If this is you, you may be even offered love by somebody and you still are not moved, you still don't care. And so in one sense, this could be either that within your relationship it's one-sided, where the other person still cares about you and you don't care about them in the same way. This could even be with water sign energy. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And the other possibility with this interpretation or illustration is that maybe there's somebody around you who is in love with you and you're just rather indifferent for whatever reason. And, you know, it could even be not a romantic love, maybe just affection. Maybe you're in a negative relationship and it's affected you so much that you don't see the good that's around you or the love that you do have, like with your children, for instance. And that is a danger, you know, when you're in a negative environment, that it kind of bleeds into other areas of your life and creates a sense of disillusionment or indifference. Sagittarius is a passionate sign, and we are the types of people that really are very positive thinking normally, but in a situation where you may feel that the other person doesn't rub off well on you, that you don't have that sense of positivity in dealing with that person. What crosses you, or the challenge, you know, which prevents you from going forward, is represented by the Tower card. So for some people, you may have had an unpleasant surprise or discovery about a partner that caused you to feel, maybe you felt let down. Maybe a partner was cheating on you. And it could have been something where they did love you, but they just were physically weak. where they allowed lust to take over, and now your feelings are dead for them because of that type of betrayal, really. Another possibility is that you have, and it's funny, I got this, what sign was it? I got the same, not the Tower card, but I got this as the root cause in another reading. And I thought, what could possibly be the Wheel of Fortune? How does that figure into what is happening with that other reading? And so what can happen is you have something good happen to you. Maybe you're having a good time of things, and that leads you to finding that person who knocks your socks off, who it's like love at first sight. But it's the challenge because you're already in a relationship. So that's a possibility too. But for some of you, it may very well be some kind of betrayal, because we even have in the recent past the Five of Swords. So this can be a card of underhanded behavior of some kind. And for some, it may just be a verbal thing. But regardless, this can be something where there is deception happening. And that may have something to do with finding something out. Oh, I didn't say this, but in June, there is that full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. So the sun is in, the full moon is in the first house, which means that the sun is in the seventh house in Gemini. There's always an opposition when there's a full moon. So that means that there could be this kind of a situation with a partner where there is some kind of thing going on, and you may feel like you have to leave behind a certain, maybe having to do with a marriage because of your needs. Because when the full moon is in your sign, it's like your needs become highlighted, and you even become aware of them. Maybe you've been suppressing what it is that you need for yourself, and when certain events occur, you can't help but acknowledge them. The higher message is represented by the Devil card. And this can point to compulsive behavior that is hard for the person to let go of. So let's say you are in a relationship with somebody who has a sex addiction. They're cheating on you. Maybe they do love you, but they have a problem. Maybe it's an alcohol problem or drug problem. All of these things can wreak havoc on a relationship. I didn't say that, but even that card, maybe that's speaking of a drug, of an alcohol problem. Okay, and with that problem may come infidelity too, because if somebody's like hanging out at a bar and then they go home with somebody, that's infidelity. So you might be dealing with other things that are leading to the situation at hand. A lot of times people focus on, oh gosh, my husband cheated on me, and they're not focusing on the root cause of it. What is going on in that person's life that is leading them to act out like this. In the near future, we have the Queen of Swords. Again, Sagittarius is an emotional sign. I think I was just saying this to Aries, another fire sign. Fire signs are emotional, but they're not emotional in the same way as water signs. They don't necessarily get sentimental in the same way. They don't necessarily take things personally, but you may have certain ideals, and you may feel like you don't cheat on people, you don't do that, and that's where you're coming from. You don't treat me like that. I deserve to be treated better. The ego is very strong in fire signs, and I don't mean that in a bad way. And so with the Queen of Swords, you may be getting yourself together to the point where you're able to really gain power through detachment and to move on, to be able to move on. Now, what's going on in your mind during this time? We have the Hangman, which is about a sense of surrender. So maybe you have this feeling that you don't want to make a decision right now. Maybe you have children. Maybe you have a business with this person, and you really don't feel like you have the ability to just get up and leave. You may feel like there's nothing that you can do about it. You may have a sense of letting go of the need to control the situation. Again, if you're dealing with somebody who has an addiction, this is particularly important, because a lot of times, people get into codependency when they try to control somebody's addiction. And it drags them down with that person, and they become obsessed with that person. And actually, when you can say, I can't do this, I can't control what they're doing. I can't control if somebody's cheating on me, if they're drinking too much, if they're using, I can't control that. So I'm going to let go and let God. And that may be how you feel about it. So it's actually a very healthy thing. I was just thinking about something. Some influence that's around you is the Queen of Cups. Now, this could be a mother who is very caring, or a mother-in-law, an older woman who can comfort you, counsel you, maybe a counselor, female counselor. But this could be a psychic. Who I was going to offer my services. No, I'm not a psychic. But just somebody who you can use as a sounding board, and who has wisdom, who has intuitive gifts, that can kind of look at the situation from another point of view. But this could also be, if you do have a partner who is having a drinking problem, they may be with somebody they're doing that as well, and is kind of leading them into this. I shouldn't say it like they're making them do it, but they have like a partner in crime, somebody who's like their drinking buddy. And it could be a woman, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just somebody who's has a lot of water energy. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Maybe it's the person's lover. Maybe that's their sign. Who knows? The advice, or what may be coming in the future, is the Page of Wands. This is a good message, good news, something that gives you a sense of hope. Maybe it's something that is taking you into a new direction. This could involve a relationship with somebody who is a fire sign, and perhaps it's a new relationship. Maybe you're just talking to this person. Pages involve messages. Maybe they're giving you a sense of hopefulness about your future. It could be a fellow Sagittarius. This card, the Wheel of Fortune, connects with Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sagittarius. And as the Wheel of Fortune is kind of the base card of what is happening, this could be the person that you have been dealing with. And perhaps this person is a great support. And I'm not saying that you're getting involved with somebody while you're involved with somebody else, but maybe that eventually you will be starting a relationship with this person, with a fire sign. If not a Sagittarius, then an Aries or a Leo individual. And the page is like a beginning stage of something. This is a very positive card where it makes you feel enlivened. And of course, this was the initial card where it was kind of like a bit of a dead feeling, a bit of a feeling of emotionlessness. And the end result is the High Priestess. So this is really a spiritual energy influence where you're getting in touch with your higher self. You're going within, and you are, sometimes this can be secrets being revealed, like this Tower card. Maybe there's more to this story that is coming out, but it could be about trusting higher guidance to see you through a time which may be challenging in some ways, but in some ways it may be very exciting because you're getting away from a situation that has left you feeling very flat and disinterested, and you're feeling so enthused. And that's how you want to feel. I mean, that's how everyone should feel, but Sagittarians especially, are known for being extremely positive, and we're like cheerleaders for other people. So we naturally gravitate towards positive situations. That's what we like to do. And this can help you do that by, being still and listening. And it looks really good. It looks really good for you, Sagittarius. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a wonderful June. Bye.